All right, let's talk about oral health. Most of us, we think it's just about having a nice smile, white teeth. But what if I told you what's going on inside your mouth is basically a window into the health of your entire body? Today, we're going to break down how taking charge of your oral hygiene is one of the most powerful things you can do for a longer, healthier life.
So, let's be honest. For most of us, we don't even think about our teeth until something goes wrong, right? Until it hurts. We just react to problems. But this whole approach, this focus on cure instead of prevention, well, it traps us in a downward spiral that's painful, it's expensive, and you know what? It's almost completely avoidable.
Just look at this timeline. This is the sad story of one single tooth that wasn't taken care of. It all starts out great, right? Healthy tooth, no pain, costs you absolutely nothing. But a little bit of neglect, and boom, you're at stage 2. A little decay, you need a filling. The cost and pain are still kinda low. But if nothing changes, the problem just gets bigger. Suddenly you need a crown, then a root canal, and finally the tooth has to come out, and you're looking at an implant. The key thing to see here is that this isn't random. It's a predictable slide where each step gets way more painful and way more expensive.
And that cost to your wallet? That's bad enough. But honestly, it's not even the main story. The real price of neglecting your oral health isn't paid at the dentist's office. It's paid by your entire body. So let's pivot from your wallet to your well-being, because what happens in your mouth, believe me, it does not stay in your mouth.
Okay, I want you to really think about this for a second. You're brushing your teeth, you spit into the sink, and you see a little bit of pink. Most of us just shrug it off. But what is actually happening in that moment? What does it really mean when your gums bleed?
Well, here's the truth, and it's a little uncomfortable. Bleeding gums are not normal. It's a sign of active disease. The best way to think about it is like having a small, open wound inside your mouth. And as that blood is coming out, it creates a perfect doorway for bad stuff. We're talking bacteria and viruses to get directly into your bloodstream. And once those bacteria are in your bloodstream, they don't just vanish, they travel. They become tiny little troublemakers, causing inflammation and contributing to some of our most serious diseases. As you can see, we're talking links to heart disease, kidney disease, even Alzheimer's. And if you have a condition like diabetes, it makes it so much harder to manage. Your mouth is, quite literally, a gateway to your major organs.
If you need a more recent and frankly startling example, here you go. During the COVID pandemic, a study found that patients with gum disease were about 6 times more likely to die from the virus. Just let that sink in. 6 times. That's not a small number. That can be the life or death difference that a healthy mouth makes.
Okay, that was a lot of bad news, I know. But here's the turn. Here's the good news. This is not a life sentence. There's an incredibly powerful solution, and it's all about flipping our mindset from reacting to problems to preventing them in the first place.
I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but after everything we've just talked about, it really hits different, doesn't it? Prevention is better than cure. This isn't just about dodging a cavity. It's about avoiding that entire catastrophic slide of cost, pain, and systemic disease we just walked through.
And really, this is what it all comes down to. You are in the driver's seat. This isn't about hoping your dentist can work some magic every 6 months. The power to sidestep that entire downward spiral is 100% in your hands every single day.
So, how do you actually take that control? It all starts with a simple daily toolkit. We're not talking about complex, expensive procedures here. We're talking about a few fundamental actions you can take every day that will radically change your health for the better. This is it, your core 4-step routine. First up, brush for a full 2 minutes twice a day. Easy. Step 2 is all about technique, and this is crucial. Angle that brush 45 degrees towards your gums. That's where the plaque loves to hide. Step 3, and this is a big one, you have to clean between your teeth every single day. And last, step 4 is a total game changer. When you're done brushing, just spit. Don't rinse with water. Let that fluoride sit on your teeth and do its job.
Okay, so that routine sounds pretty simple. But here's the thing. The plaque, that sticky film of bacteria that causes all the problems, it's pretty much invisible. So how do you actually know if you got it all? How can you grade your own work?
Well, the answer is awesome and surprisingly simple. It's these things called disclosing tablets. Think of them as your new secret weapon. They're these super cheap little tablets you chew after you brush. They don't stain your teeth, but they do stain any plaque you missed, turning it a bright color. It's like an instant, colorful map showing you exactly where you need to go back and clean.
And using them is so easy. First, just brush your teeth like you always do. Then, pop one of these tablets in your mouth, chew it up for about a minute, and swish it all around. Spit, give a little rinse with water, and then go look in the mirror. Any spots that are colored? That's the plaque you missed. Your mission is simple. Just brush those colored spots away. It's an instant feedback loop for a perfect clean every time.
Look, this toolkit isn't just a quick fix. The real goal here is to build a foundational health habit that's going to protect you for life. And we can actually use a little brain science to help make that process feel totally automatic.
To make any routine stick, you have to tap into your brain's own wiring. It's called the habit loop, and it's a simple three-step process. First, there's a cue, which is the trigger that tells your brain to start. That leads to the routine, the action itself, and it all ends with a reward, which is what tells your brain, hey, that felt good, let's do that again.
So let's apply this. The cue can be as simple as just seeing your toothbrush on the counter. That's your trigger. It kicks off the routine, your 4-step cleaning process. And the reward? It's that amazing, super fresh, clean mouth feeling you get afterwards. For kids, you can make the reward a bedtime story right after they brush. The key is just linking them together over and over again. Now, a quick word on patience. While a kid might lock in a new habit in about 6 weeks, for us adults, well, it can take up to 6 months for a new behavior to become truly second nature. So please don't get discouraged if you miss a day here or there. Consistency is so much more important than perfection. Just stick with it, and eventually your brain will just take over and do the heavy lifting for you. So we end up right back where we started. Your health really is your responsibility. You've got the knowledge now, you've got the tools. The only thing left to do is to start. So I'll leave you with this question. What's the one small change you're going to make, starting today, to get on that proactive path to a healthier life?